It came as a shock and surprise to a lot of Nigerians when we were told just a few days ago that both Port Harcourt refineries and another refinery have started working. In fact, report has it that tankers have been taking petrol from these refineries to nnpc. You all, after this revelation, in an interview conducted by Channels Television with Olusegun Obasanjo, he revealed that that is not possible because both his administrations and Yar'Adua administration was not successful, in their efforts, to revive and resuscitate these refineries. He went as far as, saying that even their efforts to sell the refineries did not work because even the buyers felt like, these refineries are not revivable. Olusegun Obasanjo called nnpc liars, that very soon their secrets will be exposed and we'll get to find out the actual truth. After this, nnpc, forwarded an invitation to Olusegun Obasanjo to come to the refinery to inspect what is going on in the refinery so that at the end of the day he will be able to draw his own conclusion. You all, Femi Falana is now revealing to us that during Olusegun Obasanjo's regime, when he was trying to privatize, some of our national assets, in fact, he succeeded in privatizing, some of our national assets, except for the refinery. Femi Falana is now revealing to us that Obasanjo has ulterior motive, and in fact, he has a stake in some of those, companies that he sold our national assets to. You guys, you remember in my last video where I said that I do not think that, privatization is a solution, as at the time when Olusegun Obasanjo was selling over national assets, it felt like privatization was like the heaven-sent solution to all of our problems at the time. But thank God I did not succeed in selling the refinery. We are going to delve right into the details of today's news in a bit, but before we do that, if this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? What are you doing on YouTube if you are not subscribed to Newsroom Nigeria? Please go ahead and subscribe, like this video, also leave your opinions in the comments section below as well. A group chaired by human rights lawyer Femi Falana San has revealed that the late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua nullified the controversial sale of a Port Harcourt refinery to a consortium led by Dangote Oil after finding out that the deal was not in the nation's best interest. The alliance on surviving COVID-19 and beyond, in a statement on Friday, noted that former President Olusegun Obasanjo had sold a 51% stake in the Port Harcourt refinery to Blue Star Oil for $561 million. Blue Star Oil, according to ASCAB chair Falana, was a consortium comprising Dangote Oil, Zenon Oil, and Transcorp. On May 28, 2007, in a similar transaction, 51% of Kaduna Refinery was sold to Blue Star Oil for $160 million. Blue Star Oil was a consortium of three domestic companies, including Dangote Oil, Zeno Oil, and Transcorp. Before the deal, President Obasanjo had acquired large shares in Transcorp through blind trust. Many interest groups in the country questioned the legal validity and moral priority of the sales as they were consummated in the last days of the Obasanjo administration. Falana alleged, raising concerns about conflict of interest. The senior lawyer pointed out that under the Privatization and Commercialization Act, the Vice President serves as the chairman of the National Council on Privatization, NCP, which oversees the sale of public enterprises. However, Obasanjo reportedly sidelined then Vice President Atiku Abubakar and directly managed the privatization process for several key national assets. Falana said on May 17, 2007, President Obasanjo sold a 51% stake in the Port Harcourt refinery to Blue Star Oil for $561 million. He explained that in another transaction that took place on May 28, 2007, President Obasanjo sold 51% shares in Kaduna Refinery to Blue Star Oil for $160 million. He noted that the two powerful trade unions in the oil industry, the National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers and the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PEGASAN, kicked against the privatization of the two refineries on grounds of conflict of interest and lack of due process. They also alleged that the nation had been shortchanged as the shares acquired in the Port Harcourt refinery for $516 million were worth $5 billion. Convinced that the deals were not in the national interest, both unions proceeded on a 4-day strike that almost paralyzed the Nigerian economy in June 2007. The strike was called off based on the assurance of the federal government to the effect that the deals would be fully investigated, Falana stated. He said upon the conclusion of the investigation by the federal government, the purported privatization of the Port Harcourt and Kaduna refineries was cancelled by then-President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. It is on record that the cancellation of a privatization was not challenged in any court as it was carried out contrary to the letter and spirit of a Privatization and Commercialization Act. The Alliance on Surviving COVID-19 and Beyond hereby calls on NUPENG and PEGASAN to intensify their historical struggle aimed at as a counterpoise to the renowned campaign for the privatization of the nation's refineries. Those who are waiting the privatization of the refineries in a manner of variance with the national interest should be advised to set up their own refineries like the Dangote Group, the statement added. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo had revealed how the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, now Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, turned down a $750 million offer from Aliko Dangote to manage the Port Harcourt, Warri, and Kaduna refineries in 2007 during his administration. Speaking during an exclusive interview with Channels Television on Thursday, Obasanjo revealed that although the nnpc was aware of its inability to effectively manage the national refineries, it still rejected Dangote's proposal. Obasanjo said that Dangote made his offer after Shell turned down that is Obasanjo's offer, to manage the three refineries because of corruption, poor maintenance, low production outputs, and two other reasons. The former president said it was after that Aliko got a team together and they paid $750 million to take part in PPP, private-public partnership, in running the refineries. My successor, Yar'Adua, refunded their money, and I went to my successor and told him what transpired. He said nnpc said they wanted the refineries and they can run it. I said, but you know they cannot run it. You all, what are your thoughts and opinions? Let's have them in the comments section below. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.